Hello, everybody. I'm Simon Spalter, and this afternoon we've got Alex Beaumont, who is the volunteer manager within the LTA, coming to speak to us about the LTA Awards. Welcome, Alex.
Hi, Simon.
So, Alex, great to have you with us. You've just completed the 2023 awards, which kind of captured 2022 to 23. I believe they went pretty well. It was all about you and you organising the whole thing with some support from some of your colleagues. But tell me a little bit about yourself to start with.
Yeah, of course. And I should probably say that it's not, although I'm the lead for the awards, it definitely was a team effort, which goes right from the county to regional to national stage. So very much a team effort. So I'm the volunteering manager. I've been at the LTA for around about 7 years now. And the awards fall under me as part of our recognition towards grassroots, predominantly tennis, although it does cover performance categories as well. But volunteering very much sits at the heart of the awards.
Okay, and what's the awards all about? Tell us more about it. Why? I know they were started and it was a great idea and everything else, but why do you think they're there?
Yeah, so the awards were formally established in 2015 by the late President Cathy Sabin, who really wanted to, have a platform to recognise the contribution of volunteers and to really sort of tell their stories. And I think that still sits at the very essence of the awards for sure. And it's very much about recognising the incredible contributions of individuals, but also the venues as well, right across Britain, from a one-court club to a large club, and just sort of a chance to celebrate the great things that people are doing. But I think, as well as that, it's very much about telling the stories, but also inspiring other people to get involved in tennis. I think the awards really encapsulate Tennis Opens Up in their purest form. You've got some people doing really incredible stuff. So, it's a great platform to show all the good stuff that's going on and hopefully getting more people involved.
Okay, so without naming names, because I wouldn't want to embarrass anyone from either this year, last year, or the previous years, give me a couple of highlights, examples of people who kind of went above and beyond, either at a local level or regional level, to really do something which sort of triggered your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's difficult to pick out one individual because there are just so many examples. But certainly the Volunteer of the Year awards often stands out to me, given my role as the volunteering manager. And over the years we've had some outstanding individuals. This year our national winner was a lady called Paula White, who's doing some incredible stuff at her club in Iffields Tennis Club, which is in Crawley in Sussex, and really has, I suppose, encapsulates the nature of the awards, because, to be honest, without her, that club was at risk of folding. And she came in and put a huge amount of effort into putting grant applications to resurface the courts, make sure the facilities were suitable for members, and then attracting members in the first after all that. And it just sort of shows that behind every great venue you've got one or two absolutely inspirational people, and Paula certainly fits into that category. But if you look at all of the categories, all the national winners and finalists were just absolutely outstanding. The Lifetime Achievement Award went to a man called Les Meller, who's contributed to tennis for over 40 years or so, and just shows the kind of level of, I suppose, passion and energy that people put into volunteering.
Okay. Do you think that having won the awards, does it make a difference to those individuals? Does it further motivate them? Does it motivate the people around them? What impact does it have? So club might win. What happens next?
I think so. Yeah, I think both from an individual perspective and a venue one. So you could look at the Development Coach of the Year. So we've got two coach categories, one for performance coach and one for development coach. And what you see is the development coach can use that as a bit of a opportunity, I suppose, to market potentially their own business, for sure, whether that's a county winner, regional level, and certainly at a national level. And there are about 600 nominations that come in for that category alone. And that's a real marker to show the fantastic things that they're doing on their coaching program, but it is also a real marker of what's going on at the club more generally, because obviously, that club couldn't be successful without having a really great committee working with them. And I think for a venue, to be called Club of the Year or School of the Year, University of the Year, that's clearly a great marker to show that this venue is doing a fantastic job. And we've seen it time and time again where venues are using it as a marketing opportunity, to be honest, to attract more members, and to diversify the types of people that might be attracted to the club. So we're seeing some really great kind of follow-up, I suppose, from the winners.
Okay, and do categories evolve and change over the years? Do you introduce new categories? Do you get feedback? Yeah. How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we started off with 8 categories originally, and we're up to 15 at a public nominations level anyway. So inclusion has really stood out over the last couple of years as clearly being important to the LTA and tennis generally, but that's been reflected in the categories. We do have a Tennis for All category now, which covers inclusion. But we also recognise, for example, the Official of the Year and the Competition of the Year, which weren't categories in their own right at that particular time. And we listen to, I suppose, the views of clubs and volunteers and counties where they're wanting to recognise individuals and great stuff happening at a grassroots level. So we really encourage that feedback where maybe categories might need to be tweaked or changed or added to over time.
Okay, great. So the big question I've got, we've heard about it now, you talked about it, many of us knew about it already, but how do we get involved? What do we do?
Yeah, so nominations open on the 1st of October. So if you want to nominate somebody, you simply go to the LTA website and look for the LTA Tennis Awards, and you'll be able to nominate there up until the end of November. And we're really encouraging people to send through any nomination. I mean, obviously, the more effort that you put into it, the more likely I suppose it's going to go up. But actually, counties can support your nomination. So even if you feel that you've only got partial information or you don't know all the statistics or facts, please don't worry about that. Just put the nomination in. I mean, don't forget that just being nominated in itself is a real kind of.
Okay, and Alex, just to be clear, is that at a local level? Can you just explain how do the awards work?
Yeah, so nominations are put in nationally, and then they go, we collate all the nominations and put them through to the county. So first of all, the county judges their winners. The winners of the counties go to the regions, and the regions go to the national level.
Okay, and if, for example, say I'm living in and playing in Hertfordshire, what happens if I want to nominate somebody, for example, or a club in Buckinghamshire? Am I able to do that, or am I only able to do something within my own county?
Very good question. Yes, absolutely you are. Yes, so you could be living in Cornwall and you could nominate somebody in Scotland. Absolutely. In fact, actually, you might argue that that almost adds flavour to the nomination, because you're sort of nominating from outside the county, which shows sort of sometimes how the impact that that particular club or individual is making. So yeah, please don't worry about being too restricted and thinking about a county. There is also there's the opportunity to list the county that particular nominee belongs to, but there is an unsure. So if you're not sure, just put it in anyway.
Okay, and am I allowed to nominate just one person or one club, or can I, if I'm really motivated, do 50 nominations?
You can nominate as many as you like. You can nominate yourself as well. So you know, if you're for example, if you're a club chair and you're thinking, gosh, you know, my club could really do with that recognition, then put it in. You know, put the nomination in. You don't need to wait for somebody else to do it for you. And absolutely, you know, put as many nominations in as you like.
Right. And finally, tell me why we should really do it. What's the key thing behind this?
I think I know that the awards are, you know, one of the absolute highlights for me in terms of my role, because it really does just give that opportunity for that kind of feel good factor, I guess, and a chance to look back and celebrate for the individuals. And don't forget that just being nominated is a real kind of it can be great just to be nominated, and it gives that recognition for the individual. But let's not forget, like, it really does kind of tell the story of what is happening out there on the ground. You know, it can be easy to kind of fall behind you know, statistics, and, you know, yes, participation numbers are growing and all of that is great, but what we really want to know, who's driving all that, who's the people making all that happen. And for me, the awards are a real chance to do that. And yes, you know, if you win, there's the recognition of you know, being able to attend a fancy ceremony and get a trophy and certificate and all of those things. And of course, we make every effort to look after people, but I think it's more than that. It's the chance to tell the story.
Okay, so just finally, where do we go to nominate people?
Right, you go to the LTA website. So that's lta.org.uk/awards, and you can make the nomination there. There is also an email address if anybody's unsure. So you can email the LTA Awards team at awards@lta.org.uk.
Thank you very much, Alex, and I hope you have a good 2023-24 awards nomination process. Good luck.
Thank you, Simon.